I'm going to show you how to fix your risers on your staircase now. We'll start with the bottom one. Basically, grab your riser. Obviously, this could be quite a tight fit because it's the exact same size as your tread. And if you've cut them down to 657, 758, 850 wide, then obviously they're identical widths, so they can be a bit tricky to fit. I always find it easier if you put a little chamfer on the two edges that go into the groove. Just makes it easier to go in, basically. For your bottom riser, simply fit into place, and you simply mark the end of your string like that. Take that out, mark that, simply cut that off to the right height, which I've already done here. I've also pre-drilled these just for speed for the video. Again, chamfer, just makes it a lot easier. Okay, so we need to glue. You need to glue the front face of your support block on both strings. Glue in the groove and glue on the top edge of the riser. I know those two are touching, but loads of glue is required here. Again, put this in, slight angle, and make sure it's in as far as it will go. Give it a tap with a hammer if needs be. It's going to be carpeted, so you know, make sure it's in, because you don't want any gaps, because that's what makes the squeak. If there's a gap of 1 millimeter, when you walk on that staircase, that tread will drop 1 millimeter, and that's what makes you squeak. So make sure that's in nice and tight. Again, like I said, I've pre-drilled these, so just for ease, I'm fixing through the front face of the riser into the support block. When you're drilling, make sure the block is where you're drilling, behind where you're drilling, because you can't drill at the bottom because there's nothing to fix to. And try not to go too close to this bottom edge, because you're screwing along the short grain, so it will want to split. So just go up enough. Okay, that's riser 1 fitted. Riser 2. Exactly the same principle. Chamfer on the top edge for ease. Also on this we have got to, we're gluing it, going to screw into the bottom of the tread below, because we don't have to here because there's nothing to fix to. The riser sits in, glue on the front face of the support blocks, glue in the groove, and glue on the back of that tread. Lots of glue is good. So this will be tight also to fit. A little trick is to put this in on an angle like this, because at the moment, I know we haven't got glue for this demonstration, but you will. We haven't got glue anywhere yet. It's still everywhere we've applied it. Get it as on an angle like that. Still nothing's touching. And as soon as you spin it round like that, you won't have glue all over the staircase. It doesn't matter, it's going to be carpeted, but it's just a nicer job. Okay, as you can see, I've already got a line here, but I'll show you how I achieved that. That basically is in the middle of that tread. And what I've done is got myself a combination square. I've checked my depth. It's 22 millimeters. That tread is also 22 millimeters. So I want to screw in the middle of that. So that's 31 millimeters up from that bottom edge, should be to the middle of that tread. So I set this to 31 millimeters and then simply drew a line down. That's gave me the middle of the tread, and then I can drill and screw into that. Like I said, I've pre-drilled these just for speed. Make sure this riser is in nice and tight into that tread, because again, the same rule applies. This is what makes your stairs strong and stops it from squeaking. Okay, I'm now going to fix through the riser face, the other side, into these blocks like I have just done here. Okay, that's riser 2 fitted. Now you'll see this is hanging down on my video, on my stairs, sorry. Yours might be flush, yours might be hanging down a little, it doesn't matter. It depends on what template you use, depends on how much that hangs down. And that's the same, that'll be the same for your straight flight, your winder. You will have the same amount hanging down on all your treads. Right, okay, let's fit the last riser. Exact same rule applies, chamfer, chamfer. Again, glue, back face of the tread, front face of the support block, front face of the support block, and in the groove, and along the top of the riser. So, this is a bit tight again, which is good because it means they're both the same size. Again, at the moment, I'll have no touching glue on any of my product here until I spin it like that. And then push that in. There we are. Fix that into place. Again, that measurement is the same, so you don't have to reset your combination square. Make sure that tread's in. Again, I've pre-drilled this just for speed for the video. Okay, I'll go around the back and just fix the risers into the support block again. Okay, there we go. So that's the straight flight section, the bottom straight flight section, which is going to meet a winder box. Squeaker blocks, they come in the pack. You'll get 2 lengths at 1.3, I think, so you'll be able to cut them down into 100mm lengths. Pre-drill them, lots of glue on 2 of the surfaces, and that sits where the tread meets the riser. Screw up into the tread, and you want these about 1/3 of the way down. 1/3 and 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. These are called squeaker blocks. With the best will in the world, this riser has got to sit into that groove on that tread as tight as it will go, which is why I've got you to glue both surfaces as tight as it will go. If there is a gap, that will want to move when you walk on it. That is what creates the squeak. So these are called squeaker blocks because that is to eliminate that. So it's glued to that face and that face. So if there is a slight gap, this will stop it. If you want, also, you can glue through the front face of the riser into that block. If you want, you'll get a little bit of the screw poking through. It doesn't matter, none of this is seen. So you want to fix that. So there we have our 3 tread, plumb cut, ready to fix to a winder box. Whether it's left hand winder box or right hand winder box, it's ready.